Hello, my gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful souls. Welcome to your Cancer New Moon live stream. This is live here. Oh, I forgot to tell everybody on Instagram. This is happening live here on YouTube. After this is the presentation, my little presentation that I do on every lunation, all of the new moons, full moons, solar and lunar eclipses. I will go after this to Patreon and do all of the 12 sign by sign breakdowns, and I interpret what this will mean for every single zodiac sign. And then we also pull tarot for every single zodiac sign as well. So it's a lot of fun. It's always a ball. It ends up being anywhere from 2.5-ish hours or so. So catch the replay, say, oh, hello, welcome. Hey, poised girl. Hey, guys. I wouldn't be surprised if everyone is sort of just relaxing, chilling out today. This is such a beautiful new moon for that. Every new moon has a new beginning, and it is from some sort of fertilizing old thing dying and sort of culminating, finishing out. So there's always, with every beginning and every ending, it has a little bit of the other one inside of it. So this is, oh, hey, Jeff, welcome. Hey, Trisha. Oh, hey, guys. So every single lunation will have, both elements as part of it. Of course, the new moon is going to emphasize a new beginning. So I'm going to go ahead and get into it. This is titled The Heart of It, this Cancer new moon. I'm titling it The Heart of It because it's going to be easy. It's very, very simple. You really just have to tune in with what your heart is telling you, with what your intuition is telling you. So you guys have free license to, hey, Fraz, welcome. You guys have free license to go ahead and just chill, relax, take it easy, and do whatever you need to do to tune into that in order to let it rise to the surface of your awareness. So for some of you, that can be more of like a moving meditation. Maybe you jog and you run, or you climb, or you plant, you garden, you dance, but whatever it is to get you in that zone, in that special place where you really are channeling your own energy, your own self. That is what's going to be the most important at this lunation. Okay, so we have a new moon. This is when the moon and the sun are together. They're meeting at 18 degrees of Cancer. So happy birthday. Happy birthday. Oh, hi, Sanja. Hey, welcome. If you guys have any questions, I'll be checking back in the chat. So just go ahead and pop those over there. This new moon is pretty easy. It's pretty simple. I'll talk about the only thing that may be crunchy, because as we move from the new moon to the full moon, we're actually going to have 2 full moons in the sign of Aquarius. It's going to be that you're going to make the changes. You're going to make the adjustments. But you're going to be doing it with the faith, with the confidence, oh, thank you. You're so sweet. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. Oh, hey, Ray. Yay. Made it while it's still alive. Yay. Welcome, everybody. Aw, I love you guys. Thank you. I really want to say like so much Artegan stuff, but I'm going to keep it so focused. But the website's going to be undergoing more overhaul. But anyway, okay, so back to you guys, back to this new moon in Cancer. So this new moon in Cancer, 18 degrees, and it's in an opposition with Pluto retrograding in the sign of Capricorn. And these areas of life, Cancer and Capricorn, you've already been seeing massive change and upheaval, not only because we had the family of eclipses. I mean, we've already been in the Gemini Sagittarius family for a while now, but like a few years, 2018, 19, 20, that's been changing a lot, as well as the epic, watch the video, Once in 800 Year Capricorn Energy. I talk all about this massive once in a lifetime energy in the sign of Capricorn, which was affecting the Cancerian area of your life as well. So your personal authority, Pluto is basically at this new moon showing you more of the truth, more of what you can't unsee, more of what you cannot hide from any longer. And it's empowering you to overcome any of these last little obstacles, any of these last little fears, anything that has been disempowering you, your fears, your addictions, your insecurities, your even if you have been surrendering your power, putting your trust and faith into an authority, a figure, a person, a husband, a wife, a father, a mother, a system of government, or, if you've been relinquishing your free will, your responsibility, so that you don't have to think about it and you just let something else kind of run things for you, that is the very energy that we are abolishing. That is the very energy that will be, now I want to digress into an American Revolution, Pluto return for America's chart over the next 3 or 4 years. But I won't, I'll keep it out. I'm trying so hard to not go off on digressions. But on the individual level, that's what you're doing. And so this new moon is a new beginning where you will be able to take your power back. And it's going to be in a way that is so much more gentler and softer. This doesn't have to be like a drag out hair pulling type of like a tussle where you are like, scratching and clawing at someone's face to take your, you might have to be something like that. It depends on your life. But with everything else going on, there is so much support to do this in a gentle way. And that's really what I'm going to be encouraging you guys to do. So yes, there is this opposition, but you can use this energy to empower yourself. So if there's anything triggering you where you're feeling scared, if you're feeling disempowered, if you are feeling wary or suspicious or paranoid or anything like that, or even shame, guilt, that is all something to take an extra close look at and really examine. That's your red flag to just like put more attention on it, but in a positive way, to really figure out why you feel that way, try to get a better understanding of that, because this new moon is also being trined by, I want to say Saturn, Neptune. This new moon's being trined by Neptune in the sign of Pisces retrograde. So this is you guys know me, when I talk about Neptune, it's always suspiciously, because it's that energy where you just wake up one day and you're like, I'm in the wrong career, or I don't love this person anymore. Or it's like, what? How does that happen? Neptune works on you over time, seeps into your subconscious, it seeps into your energy field, and then before you know it, you're just like totally different and you feel very differently. The illusionment, the disillusionment, the rose-colored glasses. However, in this trine, and it's also a fading aspect. So, is it? Hold on. What do my notes say? Oh, okay. So it's going to be very easy for you to detach from any sort of really strong grips that have been holding you back, that have been keeping you from walking forward in faith, because that Pluto energy can really get us into that self-sabotaging space where we're just very paranoid, we're suspicious, we can't relinquish that power. And we think that we have the power, but here's the thing, it's very Scorpio, it's very Pluto energy. We don't want what we have to manipulate to keep. When you have something in your life and you've gotten that through manipulation, just Pluto, very underworldly, you will never feel secure, because you'll never know if you have it because it's meant to be there, or if it's their free will choice to be there with you, or if it's through the power of your manipulative tactics. So you will never relax, you'll never feel secure. And then those power games just play out and they continue, and it just festers. So it's like you have what you want, but you never are really relaxed in having what you want. So back to what I'm saying. So this Neptune connection with the new moon, you can let go. You can remove something for healing. This is very gentle. It's going to be easier to trust. It's going to be easier to believe, easier to be spiritual, easier to even be creative for those of you. A lot of you guys are entrepreneurs, you're creative, you're musicians, you are spiritual people, you are Reiki masters. This is your time to shine. This is your time to just allow the energy to flow through you. Any person that has like a Sun Neptune aspect in their chart natally are going to be easier channelers, really great for trance work. Cancerian energy is wonderful for that kind of thing. Psychic development, trance work, channeling creative from the creative realms, creative frequencies and energies of the creator. And then you're the one that gets to experience it and create the beautiful artwork. You're incarnated here. It took a lot of work for you to get into a body, for you to choose the people that you're going to be born into the family with and choose your lessons, and you worked with your spirit guides. You did all this work to get here. So enjoy it. I'm back on coffee if you can't tell. Coffee, food, cake, people, love, friendships, activities, the grass, the sun. Enjoy being in this human bodily experience and find that place where your humanity meets your own divinity, and allow that divine energy to channel through you and appreciate this human experience. Because this Pluto opposition is helping you overcome that humanness, that human persona, human personality, human lower emotions. We're here to transcend that. And what we've been oppressed in the past 800 plus years has been that very thing, because we've been robbed of this. We've been just severed our own connection, and we've had that middleman. We've had churches, we've had authority figures that we have just sort of surrendered our inner trust and intuitive ability over, and letting someone else tell us our spiritual path, and let someone else tell us what we have to do. It's 10 Hail Marys for our fathers, and like, here's your indulgence, be on your merry way. No, we're ready to take our power back. We're ready to be self-responsible for our spiritual developments and leading our lives based on our own free will, a real choice, a real individual choice. It's the Hierophant in the tarot, where you must have law and free will, the will to obey, the choice. It has to be a free will choice. So I'm trying not to go off on tangents, but obviously I just love to go on these digressions. So this new moon is making this beautiful connection to Neptune. So if you want to channel creativity, if you want to create some beautiful genius piece of artwork, you can do that. If you want to forgive someone, let something go, move on. The past is the past. You don't want to, because you don't want to feel that resentment. You can do that. You can focus on that. What you focus on expands energetically. You can work on it, let it go. When something happens, if someone does something to you, or there's some hard emotions, you're here to learn from that experience, from that interaction, from that pain. But when you do, you learn, you understand. If there's shame, guilt, or fear involved, it's a corrective experience. It corrects your behavior. You change your behavior, and then you let it go. There's no reason to hold on to it and just like go on and on and on about it. Especially if you already learned the lesson 10 times over, you're not meant to stew in that pain, stew in that shame, stew in that fear. And that's that's something we should learn in school. But you can let that go. So this is a really nice energy for letting go of those fears, letting go of those past traumas and pains. It's very empowering. So, Neptune, it works on us in a very deceptive way, where we can idealize, we can, project onto people, but it also works in the reverse, where we're able to just dissolve anything that we want. So when you're looking at this Cancerian area of your life, and I help you figure this out in the afterwards over on Patreon for every single zodiac sign, this is where you get the help, that Pisces area of life, to help you dissolve whatever it is that you need to dissolve in order to really make some headway on something new in your life, because you deserve that. You deserve to co-create with the universe. You deserve to have the whole world open for you. There's nothing that you can't have. There's nothing that you can't do, and there's nothing you can't be. Anything that is telling you otherwise is a lie. And that's the great fallacy of life. Lies are literally like the devil. That's literally like the only evil that there really is. It's not money. Money energy is fine. It's like a tool. And it's how we use that tool that determines a lot of other things. The real evil is just lies. And that's what we're overcoming the past 800 years. And that's what we're setting ourselves up for the next 800 years, is to live in the truth, to live in love, to live in integrity, because any lie is not integrity. It's not the truth, and it's not love. It's either ego or love. You cannot have both. If you're living in your ego, you're self-deceiving. That's just like, you're never going to be able to love if you're living in your ego. It's a hard thing to overcome. Everyone has to realize their own, whatever it is, if it's inner misogyny, internalized patriarchy, whatever happens to be. But that's part of that human energy that we're trying to overcome to live in the divinity. That's a strength card in the tarot, where the woman's holding that lion's mouth right open. Okay. I make these notes and I just like, blah, blah. Okay. So the new moon trining Neptune, opposing Pluto, coming up to the truth. There's no not facing this. Whatever it is, you're going to see it. You're going to know it. and it's sextile to Uranus. So this is beautiful. This is so nice. Having this sextile, it's an opportunity, and there's something new coming in. There's new opportunity coming in from the future. It's going to be unexpected. This is a timeline shift. Timeline shift is the same thing as a quantum leap. And how you do that is you align your energy to the energy of the timeline or the other quantum reality that you want to live in now. Here's how to figure it out. If you look back on yourself in your life, and let's say you made a decision in love, and you're in a different place now, and 10 years ago, you were in a whole different kind of relationship with someone very toxic for you. You know that you've jumped a timeline, that you've shifted a timeline, that you've made a quantum leap. If you have a little bit of amnesia about that time, that person, or you in that relationship, it might feel like it was a whole lifetime ago. It might feel like very far from you. And you might even be a little bit hazy about like who you were, because that was a different timeline. That was a different you. That was a different trajectory. And you've successfully jumped off of that timeline into the one you are in right now. You're not that person anymore. We talk about it in very, very simple terms. You're not that person anymore. That timeline, you jumped off of it. You got out of that relationship, and you're in a whole new relationship with a new person. You're a different person, and you've made a quantum leap. And if you've done it before, you can do it again. Okay. Those are two different types of magic. So like the lower, more common magic, that's like putting copper amulets in your kitchen to attract abundance. And there's like little common magic like that. What I teach in practical magic is what would be called by the ancients higher magic. That's for like alchemists, and that's the energy work, the energy work behind a lot of things. So, gosh, where was I? Geez, Louise, Natalie. Oh yeah, Uranus. So this sextile to Uranus is an opportunity. That's right, because I was talking about the future. Coming in from the future where you can make a decision for yourself. It's going to be unexpected. It's going to be a surprise. It's a surprise opportunity, multiple opportunities even as well. This is the area of your life that you want to look for innovation, for something new and exciting to come in. So wherever this Taurus area of your life, it's already been a source of change and upheaval and shocks and innovation and surprise and this and that. So it'll just be more of that, but it's going to help you in this new beginning. It's like you're already feeling like you're letting go, letting up, and then something from another area of life is going to open up for you. And it's like, I needed that for this new beginning. I needed that to help me learn a new cycle, to enter a new cycle of learning. Or if you're in a benefit cycle, if this Cancer new moon's a benefit cycle for you, okay, here's my opportunity. I'm stepping over into this other timeline to receive and to benefit from this new cycle. So like I said, I'm going to get into the specifics on the Patreon afterwards, but whatever comes up as a surprise, look at it as being a liberation. It's being liberated. This Taurian area of life, it's like really breaking up your fixity of looking at things a certain way. And so even if it's like a scary or a triggering surprise, it's still going to be liberating. It's still breaking you out of some crusty energy. It serves this change, this innovation, this surprise. It serves your new beginning. Okay, so another thing we have going on at this new moon, we have Mars conjuncting Venus in the sign of Leo, opposing Saturn retrograding in Aquarius. So this is that energy that's been activating the ongoing square between Saturn and Uranus all year. So now Mars and Venus are getting involved in the sign of Leo. What I'm getting with this is loyalty, love, life force, all of those strong Leonine qualities adding to the mix. So there's going to be something here about staying loyal to who you really are, staying loyal to what you love, who you want to be, what you care about, what your heart cares about. Leo rules the heart, it rules self-expression. And there's this tension opposing Saturn retrograding in Aquarius. I watch my Saturn Aquarius videos from before. I expand on that. But there's this tension between being who you really are, loving who you dare to love, and coming up against the convention of society, the convention of your family, the convention of what other people want you to be, who other people say you should be with, or who you should be attracted to, trying to tell you what you should look like, what you should act like, who you should love. All of that BS, flush it down the drain, because Saturn in Aquarius says that you've got to be true to who you are, and it cannot be according to anyone else's standards or what anyone else thinks is cool. It has to be individual and unique, and it has to be authentically you. Aquarius and Leo are both about being authentically you. Saturn in Aquarius is, people want to get plastic surgery to look like whatever. People want to get I've seen it on TikTok, like the wisdom tooth look or the BBLs, whatever. If that's you, if that is like, if you look at your body and you're like, I'm going to sculpt myself in my own image, and you want that BBL, go for it. But if you're getting that BBL because you want to look like somebody, that's not the way to go. This Leo energy, I'm sorry, I'm like too much coffee today. This Leo energy is about being loyal to your individualistic expression, being loyal to what you love, who you decide to be. And if you like something that's a trend, you stick it out. You don't just stop doing it because everyone else is doing it. That's the same thing. That's the same, you're doing something because somebody else, if you're doing something in a reaction to what someone else does or what society says, that is incorrect. You need to be doing things completely independent and not having reactions to other people, not having reactions to your friends, your family, society, whatever. If they happen to like what you like at the same time that you like it, fine, whatever. But you're not going to change what you like or who you are based on anything else. That's being an individual. That's what this is about. And it's going to be difficult because it activates and makes a T-square. We already talked about this. You've already been through this the last week of June, the first week of July. You've already been under this kind of pressure, the stress of individuating yourself from your own expectations, from your own ideas of what's conventional and what's going to make society or your friends or family approve of you. So the fact that this is part of this lunation with the T-square, it's all coming down onto that Iranian energy. So if you have been resisting this, you're going to burst out. You're going to just this is the shadow part of it. If you are repressing these energies, if you're repressing yourself, or if you're conforming to what other people want from you, even in your mind, even if you feel like, oh no, I'm thinking independently, but you're really going along with a group of people or a group or an identity that's that belongs to a group of people, you're going to bust out. This Uranus energy is going to bust out, and you cannot predict it. It's the only thing in astrology that you cannot predict. Even if you know the area of life and you look at everything, it's a true definition of a surprise. It's going to act out in a way that you just cannot predict or expect. And if it's going to be coming from your subconscious mind, then you're going to be making experiences. You're going to be creating crises for yourself that you've got to clean up. And remember, a crisis is just a crisis because you don't have the spiritual, emotional, or mental maturity to meet that situation. But once the crisis happens and you move through it, then you are at that level where you know how to handle it because you've just come out of it. So whatever comes up, it's liberating. It serves your new beginning. Okay. So this Venus, Mars, and Leo, they're teaming up together. They meet, I think, once a year or something. It's about being loyal to yourself, loyal to your heart, loyal to what you love, and having the courage, having the bravery to stand up and say, this is who I love. I don't care what you think. If you love me, you'll just get on my bandwagon. It's the courage to go up and say, I want to go to school for this. I want to quit school for this. This is what I want to do with my life. And let them drop like flies, anyone that doesn't support you. They're not on your side anyway. If they're they're going to find a reason to oppose you. And anyone that's really, truly living as an individual, you guys already know that. It takes a lot to really live in your own energy. It always has been throughout history. We've seen these people that stand out. But this is the easiest time to be who you really are in the history of human life. Okay, we're not we're in villages, totally alienated from everyone and being who we are and standing up for ourselves and being martyred and being burned at the stake for being who we are. We have the internet. You guys are, oh, shoot, sorry, guys. You guys are connecting with me. This internet freaking, I'm really missing everything. I'm sorry, guys. But we are connecting here. We would have been previously marginalized. We would have never been able to meet and connect like this. I would have never been able to form a community, the Artigan, a decentralized network of individualists all around the world who believe and live in love, truth, and integrity, who are geniuses, who are super creatives, who are spiritualists, who are energy workers, witches, psychics, geniuses, what have you. We would have never been able to come together like this if it weren't for something like the internet. There has never been an easier time in human history to be exactly who you are and find people that support you for being exactly who you are. So if you don't have the gall, if you don't have the balls, if you don't have the if you don't have the genitals, and if you don't have the if you don't have the moxie to do it now, then I don't know. It's never been easier. It's never been easier than right now. So if you don't have the gumption to do it, you've just gotta, like, this is Pluto. I feel like I'm being all super Capricorn with the Pluto here. I'm just like putting it in your face. You got to do it. Jump off. Just go off and do it. Do it, because you'll find the people. The people will support you. You have the divine connection that will support you, but you have to just listen to it. You have to find that quiet voice inside of you that just is telling you in a soft, gentle way, this is the right thing. This is the right person. This is the right situation. This is the right job. You're channeling your own energy. You're channeling your own messages. What I help people do, what I help my high priestesses and my hierophants do is connect with their own divinity. You guys send me your tarot spreads, you tell me your dreams, and I help you interpret them. All of that is removing the middleman. You're not going to get that from a congregation. You're going to get that from churches they want you to have that distance. They want you to have to come to them and need them. That's toxic. Mentors are so full of ego. That is so toxic. You want to, whatever is bringing, and look at your friends, look at your family, look at your neighbors, look at your coworkers. Do they want you to be dependent on what they think, or do they empower you to be exactly who you are? I'm rereading The Fountainhead. I used to read it once a year. Peter Keating goes to Howard Work and says, listen, I can go to this French school and learn even more, or I can go work with Guy Francon. What do you think I should do? Howard Work says, your first mistake is asking me. What do I think? Don't you know what you want, Peter? How can you stand it not knowing what you want? Guys, you got to figure this out. Know what you want is step number one. And if you don't know what you want, relax into it. Don't put any pressure onto yourself. And if you already do know what you want, your thing is to overcome fears from letting yourself want what you want. Whether that's to pursue a career, whether that's to pursue a person, whether that's to pursue a vocation, or put something up on TikTok or Instagram and you're afraid to post, whatever. I know when I'm posting something on my Instagram or TikTok that might be a little bit like, ooh, but it's a way of cleansing out people that aren't in the vibe. Instead of just like playing it like safe 100% of the, no, I'm going to be exactly who I am. And if it triggers someone into a reaction, they leave on their own, and it helps keep the vibe clear. It helps keep the vibe positive. You want to do the same thing. And you do that by being an individual and honoring who you are, honoring your heart, honoring what you love, who you love. And people will fall away from your vibration naturally, and let that happen. Don't be afraid of that. Because if you're living in love, truth, and integrity, you don't want to serve the people that are going to want whatever anyway. You don't want it. They're not going to be on your bandwagon, and they're going to cloud your judgment. And then what are you living for? You took all this work to incarnate, to live for someone else, to live for someone else, or someone else things. No, you didn't. Okay. We're going to move on. Okay, so not like I need any more of this. Okay. Oh, okay, so that's right. So that's what I was talking about. So this Leo energy opposing the Saturn energy, you've got to just use it to commit to what you love, commit and take responsibility for what you really care about. That's all you have to worry about. You don't have to worry about pleasing anybody else, pleasing your spouse, pleasing your children, your friends, your family, your coworkers. You just have to take responsibility for the energy that you are channeling, because you came here with a specific birth chart. You came here with a specific map of energies that you're channeling naturally. You don't have to try hard to be you. You just have to let it happen. You just have to cleanse yourself of any of these toxic influences that are obstacles to you being who you really. Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh, Carl, thank you. Mondo, thank you. Oh, guys, thanks. La Luz, disinfect the little line. You guys are so sweet. Thanks. They're taking thanks you. Thank you. You did not incarnate to live. Oh my God. No. Okay. You channel your own energies. You just got to honor them and co-create with that universe, because if you just believe it, if you just trust it and trust your intuition, it will continue to show you that you're correct, and it'll continue to support you. Okay, when bad things happen to us, we get traumatized, we get abused, all that stuff, it blocks that psychic flow, and it blocks and inhibits us, and we don't trust, and then we're paranoid, and we're like, all this, it gets confusing. And that's when we give our power away, because we're vulnerable. That's why people groom little kids, because it disempowers them and it trains them to be disempowered. They train us to just love your family no matter what. And then that sets us up to accept less than par excellence, less than what we really deserve, because we're forced to like love our family no matter what. That's freaking toxic. No. We're not like that anymore. Saturn in Aquarius over these few years is breaking families apart, breaking groups and tribes and companies, breaking it all apart, and new tribes, new families are forming that are based in the same ideals and the same value systems. The kid that's in child therapy, that's in child psychology, whatever, that's always a scapegoat of the family problems, of the family toxic energies. Those black sheep, the problem childs. I still have more to say. I'm sorry. Okay, this is so cool though. Okay, so we have Mercury in Gemini, right? 27 degrees of Gemini. Now this area of your life has been so stressed out the past few months, not only because of the retrograde, which is hard because Mercury rules Gemini, it's a ruler, but also because of the eclipse, also because that eclipse with the, I had the picture to show you, the Cazimi, which means that Mercury is just being burned up. That means basically Mercury went to the underworld okay, so it's just been really difficult to get clarity in this area of your life. And I'm going to talk about that more on the Patreon after this. But get this, at this new moon right now, this Mercury in Gemini is opposing the galactic center. What's the galactic center, you ask? The rotational center of the Milky Way galaxy. It's the center of our little universe. And it's this super massive black hole. Like it's a really, 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 really inconceivably large. It's a huge black hole. And what I got from what she told me, what I'm channeling about this is you want to send your energy, the energy that you're expelling from your life here. Whatever you're learning about this Geminian area of your life, whatever's coming to light, you can separate from what you don't want, what you're ready to delete. That's your trash bin. Send your energy to this black hole, because this Mercury knows things now. Mercury went retrograde and it's like a detective going back to the scene of the crime to figure out the clues and read the clues and interpret the clues and figure out what really happened. Sam Spade. So now that, okay, so this weekend, Sunday the 11th, is Mercury entering into Cancer. We'll finally get really, really clear. We're going to get more and more clear. So whatever you don't want in your life anymore, whatever, it's like, I don't want to feel jealous. I don't want to feel hatred. I don't want to feel fear. I don't want to feel scared of being who I am. I don't want to feel scared of loving who I love. I don't want to fear repercussions or responses or reactions. You send that somewhere. You send that energy to the black freaking hole, dude. You send it to the freaking galactic center, 27 degrees of Sagittarius, burns up. Think about it, really visualize it and send that energy there. Okay, you can do that as well. This is very strong spiritual energy. We're getting so many more photons of light. We're in the photonic belt. Sirius just had the conjunction with the sun. It's like we have the Lion's Gate coming up in August. This is the summer. The summer, okay? So what else we have? I have two more things to talk about. We're almost there. So we have Mercury trining Jupiter. So you're ready to believe what you intuitively know that your critical mind has doubted. That's what it's been like the past couple months, is sifting through what your critical mind does not understand, what your critical mind fears and needs proof and needs evidentiary support, but you intuitively know it. You intuitively know it. And so it's finally going to align. So you're ready to believe. We also have Mercury squaring Neptune. And this one isn't so bad because it's past. Neptune's at 23 degrees retrograde of Pisces. Mercury's at 27 degrees of Gemini. So it's like, it's done. We had that perfect Tuesday the 6th. So what was clearing up on Tuesday? Go back to May 22nd, go back to June 5th. That's already passed. That should have given you a little bit more insight into disillusionments or what you were confused about, what was vague and ambiguous. So at this new moon, you can accept faster the disillusionments of the past and like let it go. It's fading. It's a separating aspect. It's easier to let it go. It's easier to let go of the thoughts you thought that were not really the case. It's easier to let that go. It was like a fallacy. It's like, oh, I thought wrong, or I was mistaken. I feel like I'm talking so loud. I mean, it doesn't matter because I live alone, but I mean, I'm just saying, okay, I think I'd like just realized that. I'm sorry if I've been so loud. Okay, one last thing about Pluto. It's a collapse. There's a collapse. It's going to be a little dramatic over the next couple of weeks, especially the braver you are, especially the more you really lean in and live in this energy. Okay, I'm telling you guys, I've kind of like been this way my entire life. It blows stuff up constantly. It's a constant battle, but I feel like freaking Howard Work right now, standing at the very top. And honestly, this new moon for me as a Cancer ascendant, I am so sentimental. I am so incredibly grateful and amazed that there are so many people that connect with me, that I can help. When you guys message me and you show me, I am so proud of you guys that have your own channels. And when I see that you guys posting things, that you are uplifting other people, like it just, like it makes me emotional. It just makes me so proud of you guys. It makes me so happy for you. And it's just, it's because it's liberate. You want to look for Capricorns that will liberate you. Capricorn specifically, if there's a Capricorn that wants you to depend on them, like for money or resource or anything, anybody, but especially Capricorns, they're toxic. Capricorn is a sign of power, authority, control, mastery. If they are not empowering you, if they are not putting you up, if they are not like what I do for you guys, that's a huge red flag. But that goes for anybody else in your life. I just want to just make that distinction for Capricorn though, because it's Pluto and Capricorn. It is the collapse of the inauthentic. There's an acceleration happening. The revolution is accelerating. The evolution is accelerating, and it's happening on a spiritual level. It's happening in the 5D as more and more people are waking up. That's why you see people, you see like astrologers or psychics or tarot readers on YouTube, you see their ego front and center. It's toxic. Why be competitive? Why? It doesn't make any sense. That's an ego issue. They're not free yet. They're not free of their own ego, because the more people that get into their own energy like this, the freaking better. The better quality of life we're all going to live because of that. Okay, so in any case, the revolution is accelerating. You guys just take a look. The next 4 or 5 years are going to be freaking intense. Okay, one little thing about America, going through our Pluto return. Okay, no, I can't. It's too much. Too much. Okay, so not only is there an accelerated revolution happening, but there's an accelerated collapse of all of the inauthentic. There's an accelerated building of a new foundation. I told you guys in 2020, people coming down in power and others that are going to be powerful and power figures of the future rising to power in 2020. Okay, keep that in mind, especially with this Pluto and Capricorn energy. So that area of life, that is a major source of power for you. And Pluto is showing you the cracks and collapsing, just like when Pluto entered Capricorn in 08 and 08, what happened then? It's going to keep happening. I so want to go off on crypto now. You guys, just get, all I'll say is just get into crypto. Just do it. Okay. I think I'm done. I think I need to go on to Patreon now. All right. So that's what I have to say about this. When you guys need some encouragement, when you guys are about to do something that's really scary, re-watch this video, because it is infused with this energy, and it is infused with my passion and my channelings to put you up in the power position. And that's what I want for you, because I trust, and you should too. You should trust in empowering other people. You should trust in your own personal empowerment. I promise. Life is so much cooler, and it's so much more of a fun experience when you do. Okay. I love you guys. Take really, really good care. I'm going to head over to Patreon, and I'm going to do all of this for all 12 zodiac signs and plus pull tarot. So If you guys are down with it, the link is, I think it's down there in the description box below, patreon.com/theartigan. Our community is over there on Patreon. Thank you guys so much for being here. You guys are funny. Thank you guys so much for being here. Take really good care. I love you all. Until next time, many beautiful blessings upon all of your beautiful heads, darlings. Mwah.